Hi, I'm Kat Liddell here with the Wild Rivers Film Festival in beautiful Brookings, Oregon, here on the red carpet for our 2026 Wild Rivers Film Festival. And we're here interviewing filmmakers who've come out to visit us. I'm here with Paul Hofmeister, representing his film In the Shadow of the Valley. Can you tell us a little bit about what your film is about?
I was lucky enough to interview 3 of my fellow soldiers who had served in Afghanistan, and guys that I felt really privileged to meet and whose stories I felt were really important, and guys who didn't go around crowing about their experiences or bragging, but always found a really important moment to teach me or another soldier a lesson that they had learned the hard way. And every time they imparted a lesson like that made me a better soldier and a better leader and a better man. So trying to save and preserve those stories and then share them and preserve history was really important to me.
Wonderful. That's definitely a very worthy story of being preserved, and we're so glad that you're here telling that story today. And so I hear that this is your first documentary. Tell me how you got into documentary in particular for telling the story.
Well, I always wanted to be a soldier and I always wanted to be a storyteller, and one was always going to come first. So after serving, which I felt I was incredibly privileged to do, especially meeting the guys like I did who were in the documentary, very ambitious dreams and very ambitious goals, but it takes a lot of resources to do just about anything in filmmaking, especially among any art form. So this felt like a really important story with which to start. It's very much a project and not a product, but felt like a really important one to start, but also was just a very reasonable story at my level with virtually no resources except my best friend and my wife, and a little bit of gumption. So and then very lucky and humbled that the 3 guys were willing to share their stories with me. And it felt very timely. It's 25 years since 9/11 this September, and it's 5 years since the withdrawal from Afghanistan in about 2 weeks. So August is a hard month for a lot of Afghan veterans anyway, but especially with everything in the news, I mean, there's always going to be new conflict, there's always going to be a new bit of history, and preserving that and then sharing it feels like a very important mission, so timely.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your service, and thank you so much for telling the story here and deciding to tell it here at your first festival at the Wild Rivers Film Festival. Can you tell me a little bit about what your first afternoon at a film festival has been like?
Very, very humbling. Again, always just dream of being a storyteller, and every piece of information going in your mind, you want to just communicate that back out in the world. So whether it's yourself and everybody else who puts on all the work to make this happen is extremely humbling, so thank you. And getting a chance to just be treated like a storyteller for a change is, humbling and is an honor. So not lost on me to all the work that goes into it, so thank you.
That's really good to hear. And then if you want people to know more about your documentary, about you as a filmmaker, how can they find out more about you in terms of social media handles, websites? How can people learn more about the work that you do as a filmmaker?
I'm very bad with social media. I probably should improve if I want to accomplish some of those dreams, but intheshadowofthevalleyfilm.com leads you just about everything you could find. We do have a fundraiser to make the next documentary about Iraq, so support our future mission, easily clicked on, but yeah, all the information intheshadowofthevalleyfilm.com. And then we also have a Vimeo for the Spartan Film Company.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much, Paul, for being here with us today. We really appreciate your time. All right, thank you. And we're here at the red carpet.